challenge. We're going to play Her Tears Were My Light next. We're just running through this list of crap I'm pulling off the internet. Although so far they've all been good, so you know. 2 for 2. I won't bitch about that. What was this called? Oh, here we are. We're gonna probably go. Wait, what? English dyslexic? I'm assuming it's just a different font. That's it. It was autumn something. I think that's the second one. Because it sounds familiar. The name sounds familiar, and I only have 2 songs, and I feel like the other one is Dragon something. Sorry, it just bothers the crap out of me. Games should open in full screen by default. Also, games should have the option to run borderless. This isn't terrible. I'll drop it just a little. There we go. Start. Darkness. Darkness and nothing in all directions. At some point I started thinking, shouldn't there be something here? Something anywhere? So I started looking. I don't know what exactly I was looking for, but as I wandered, I spotted a light in the distance. As I approached, I found another, and another. A trail of burning bright lights. They traveled out and away, their steady glow piercing tiny holes in the darkness. They fascinated me. I decided I'd walk until I reached the source. Oh. I found a girl. She was sitting on a bed of those stars. It was a beautiful sight. Oh, someone's here. What should I say to her? Are you crying? Excuse me, but have you been crying? I felt so lonely, I just can't seem to stop. But now someone's here. I didn't think someone would come, but you're here. I'm so happy. If you're happy, then stop crying. Honestly, Space. Huh? How did you know my name? I don't know. It just slipped out. 'Cause I'm a creeper stalker. I'm a creepy stalker, man. I stalk space lowlies. How did I know her name? She never told it to me, but something about her feels so familiar. Like an old friend. This isn't fair. I didn't even get to introduce myself. And now I have to ask for your name. It's time. Time. What are you doing? Saying it 8 times will help me remember. 8 on its side is infinity. That's how I'll never forget. I see. So, Time, where did you come from? The start? If I had to give it a name, I'd call it the start. The start. Yeah, it makes sense to begin at the start. Does that make where we are now the middle? But you started here, didn't you? I don't know if we can call it the middle.
We can. This place has changed.
Has it?
Yes, you're here with me now, Time. So before was the start, and now is the middle.
It made sense in its own way. This girl is very straightforward.
So if there's a beginning, is there an end?
Probably. It would make sense for that to be the case.
You think so too? I wonder what it's like. What if the end is sad? The start was lonely. Will the end be lonely too? I don't want that.
You cry a lot, don't you?
Yes, because look, whenever I do, these stars come out.
I'd already noticed, but maybe it'd be rude to point that out.
I can't really explain it, but somehow they make me feel a little less lonely.
So, from the start, you've just been here. Making stars?
Yes, you see, where there's nothing, I want to put something. Does that make sense?
I guess it does.
What kinds of things do you do, Time?
I can make the universe move. Forwards, backwards. I can jump to any moment I've already experienced.
Wow, that sounds like hard work.
Making stars sounds harder to me.
No, that's easy, watch.
I didn't mean to make you cry again. Actually, this is a good chance to demonstrate.
Huh?
Alright, I've remembered the outcome. Now I'll rewind to when I said making stars sounds harder. Then I can try to stop her from crying. I need to rewind. I have a button for this. It's at the bottom of the screen. If I can't make use of the rewind button, I'll end up going in circles. And if I get stuck, I can always reset, but for now, I need to rewind. Yes, it's right here. Let me click it. The hell? What the hell? Whoa. What the hell? Hey, don't start crying. I figured it out. I got it. I got it. I'm only a little bit of a moron. Hey, don't start crying just to prove how easy it is, okay?
Huh? How did you know I was about to?
That's my power. You already cried before, so I went back to the moment before you did in order to stop you.
Wow, you're incredible, Time.
Mm-hmm. It was nothing, really.
You know something, I only just met you, but it feels like we've always known each other.
I did know your name from the first moment I saw you, so maybe your feeling is true.
But I can't remember talking with you like this before now. Just like I can't remember crying before you changed what happened.
It must be a paradox.
Hey, how did you find me in the first place?
I just followed your stars, and here you were.
Oh, that means, hey, if we ever get separated, I can just cry. That way you'll always be able to find me.
Sure, but I don't know if I like the thought of making you cry.
I won't have to as long as you're here with me. I'm kind of afraid to go back to being alone.
Alright, I'll stay. It doesn't seem like there's anyone else out there anyway. So I have no reason to leave.
Oh, anyone else? Oh no. If there is someone else out there, don't you think we should try looking for them?
Yeah, we probably should. You don't want them to feel lonely, do you?
Exactly. I'm so happy you understand, Time.
This is cute as hell. We wandered into the void together to see if we could find anything else out there, but all we found was darkness. And the more darkness we found, the more space we'd cry. I didn't like seeing her cry. I didn't want her to feel lonely. Much to my relief, she agreed to rest when I suggested it. I closed my eyes for a while. But when I opened them again, I was back in the dark. Space. No response. What happened? All the stars are gone too. Did I make a mistake? I'll rewind from here to before I close my eyes. I won't close my eyes this time. I have to pay attention so I don't miss what had caused everything to go black.
Time, you look so serious all of a sudden.
Half expected darkness to be a person. Her name is La Latina. Thank you very much. Something strange happened, but I don't know what it was.
Something strange?
Scanning the cosmos, I noticed something seemed to be blotting out a group of stars in the distance. I had spotted the anomaly. I could just barely make it out against the dark background of the void. There was someone out here after all. You called it. As soon as they noticed I'd spotted them, they disappeared. I squinted toward the area they'd been standing only a moment before, thinking I could easily find them again at such a distance. But very suddenly, she appeared right behind space. Yeah, darkness is actually a person. What are you?
Nil.
I guess Nil is her name. She's gonna kill us all. She phased right through space, somehow erasing her from existence. The stars around us dimmed and faded as she disappeared. This is what happened before. This is what I'd missed by taking my eyes off of her. It was awful. Now you've let it happen twice. You're a scrub, Time. I wanted it to stop. Where space once stood before me, there was now only Nil. What have you done to space and the stars? You took away all the beauty. Now all that's left is the void.
But it's beautiful like this too, isn't it?
No, I don't like it. Bring back space. Bring back her stars.
If that's how you feel, I'll lock you in this moment until you understand.
No, I won't accept this. But what can I do? If I return to the start, if I start over now, I could change this. Otherwise, I'll be trapped in this loop. No. Just rewind. Just rewind just outside of the loop. Why can't I rewind past this point? If I go forward, all I see is... Okay, this is interesting. So I do have to actually full reset. Okay. Are you sure you want to abandon this timeline? Yeah, that might be a good call. Also, I found out the most horrifying thing. If you got my La Latina reference earlier, do you read or watch Konosuba? Okay, I do actually think I need scene moments. Okay, that's fine. Cool. Oh. You're alive. I thought something terrible happened, but you're right here. I'm glad you're still okay. Watched a bit of it in the past. Don't believe I ever completed it. Ah, I see. I found out today that there's a canon relationship in that anime between two of the characters of the group of four, and it terrifies me on levels that I can't comprehend. Although they kind of sort of hinted at it during the anime itself, but barely. I felt like there was chemistry there. That was the most hinting they did. Is it made me feel like there was chemistry, even though they didn't actually outright state anything at all. I thought something terrible happened, but you're right here. I'm glad you're still okay.
Huh?
She looked at me like she'd never seen me before. Because of course she hadn't seen me before. This space was new. How could I have expected her to remember what happened? In my excitement to see her alive and well, I'd forgotten that rule. Yeah, what's this? Kazuma and Megumin is confirmed canon. Apparently it has been for some time in the light novel, which is the original source material. Yeah, in fact, it will the movie that's coming out I think in like 2 months is where the relationship actually starts. So that's how long it's been canon for. Is that the movie is only like the movie is through the 5th volume. They're on volume 16 of the light novel. I don't really like the format of the light novel, though, which makes me sad because I like the story overall, but I just don't like the... I don't know if it's I don't like the light novel format or I just don't like the format of this light novel, but there's very little exposition, and I'm talking like there's so little exposition that there's not even immediate exposition, so like I don't even know who's talking half the time because it doesn't even specify which character said what. Which feels really bad. It's like, imagine trying to read a play with the play notes are still there. So like the rare portions where it says that a certain person does something, those are still there. And the dialogue is there. And that's it. But none of the dialogue has a name attached to it. And that's how it feels reading the light novel. But I kind of understand why they call it a light novel. Because by doing so, you could condense what would be like a 600-page like Harry Potter novel into like 30 pages. How could I have expected her to remember what happened? In my excitement to see her alive and well, I'd forgotten that rule. I decided to try recreating the first memory. Never mind. Excuse me, but have you been crying? Yeah, it's painful. It's legitimately painful.
I felt so lonely. I just can't seem to stop. But now someone's here. I didn't think someone would come, but you're here. I'm so happy.
Of course I know your name, even though you didn't tell it to me the first time either.
This isn't fair. I didn't even get to introduce myself, and now I have to ask for your name.
It's time.
Time.
What are you doing? We already know what she's doing. Skip. Except it's impossible for you to remember when I go back to before I told you.
So time. Where did you come from?
The future. Would you believe me if I told you I came from the future?
When I thought I was all alone, you proved me wrong, so I'll believe whatever you say.
Then do I have a boat to tell you? And an ice cream cone to sell you?
Besides, there's this feeling in my chest that you are definitely someone I can trust.
I'm glad. Well, it's true, I did come from the future. We've already met before, and you wanted to search this void to see if we could find anyone or anything else.
That does sound like something I do. Did we find anyone?
Yes, and that other one immediately killed you. I'll believe whatever you tell me. Those are some words there. That is the single #1 sentence to never say to Tundra. That's the second most important sentence to never say to Tundra. The first most important sentence to never say to Tundra is, in any context, never say, I will do anything if. Because you will quickly find that the word anything has a much, much, much broader meaning than you intended it to do. Someone found us, but it's hard to explain what happened. I don't want to scare her. We didn't find anyone. That's why I think we should stay together.
Oh, it would be sad if there was anyone out there, and they were feeling as lonely as I was.
I lied to her. She said she'd believe whatever I say, and I took advantage of that trust, but I didn't know how to tell her what happened. Hey, and that's exactly why you never tell Tundra that you'll believe anything he says, because the first thing he's going to do is lie to you. It was a lie. I wanted to avoid the ending I saw before. If this path didn't lead to something better, I could always make a save point and rewind from here. We should probably do that. Save.
Hey, Time. If you're from the future, why did you come here?
Because you're dead in the future. Well, so I'd be able to talk to you again. Why can't you talk to me in the future, Time?
Then, in the future, we're not able to talk anymore? Oh, no.
Uh-oh, I'll reassure her so she doesn't start crying again. Yes, we were separated, but I'm going to change this so that doesn't happen.
That's a relief. I should figure out a backup plan, too, so that you're not the only one working hard at this.
Oh my god, this is Madoka and Homura all over again. She's too busy being dead to talk in the future. Yes, exactly.
Hey, how did you find me in the first place?
That's easy. I already knew you where you'd be waiting for me.
But I'm talking about the very first meeting, before you knew where I was. What about then?
I just followed your stars, and here you were.
Oh, that means... Hey, if we ever get separated, I can just cry. That way you'll always be able to find me.
Sure, but I don't know if I like the thought of making you cry.
I won't have to as long as you're here with me.
Big gay.
I'm kind of afraid to go back to being alone.
I don't want to be alone either.
Hehe, I'm glad you feel the same time.
Would it be alright to just lay here together, just for a little while?
If you want to, then I don't mind.
Aw, big gay lesbian space and time. Look, from a distance, Time even looks like Homura. I held her hand so that Nil wouldn't be able to sneak up on us. Our fingers interlaced so easily it was as if they belonged together like this, but that was impossible. That feeling, even if it didn't make any sense, only made me hold tighter. As long as I held on to space, Nil wouldn't be able to take her away. I feel like this is the point where Nil shows up and proves you wrong. Right? We could lay here and admire the stars together and never do anything else. I'd be satisfied just like this.
Time, can I ask you something?
What is it?
What happened before? What was it that made you come back in order to change?
I already told you we got separated.
I know, but I definitely would have been crying if that happened. Couldn't you have followed my stars?
I couldn't. You weren't able to make them anymore.
That's terrible.
Yeah, it was.
I'm glad you came back. If we couldn't find each other, I'd want to change that too.
We lay there in silence for a while. I had a feeling space could sense I was waiting for something. She didn't ask what. As long as I held on to her, she had nothing to worry about. Nil, surely she was watching us from somewhere. The light from space's stars didn't reach. I wanted to be ready. I wanted to be able to stop her when she appeared. But we fell asleep. No, no! You fucked up, Time! I let it happen again. I've lost space again. Time. Don't go back anymore. Why are you doing this? She's just gonna trap me here again, isn't she? Stay. Okay. Escape! Only saved memories are retained when warping. Warp anyway.
Hey, Dime, if you're from the future, why did you come here?
Yeah, I know. Clearly, no. My only thought is that maybe, like, well, she's not able to fully trap time, which is what's weird. I think there's some sort of connection between time and nil that we're going to find out later. Especially because on the first playthrough, on the first Groundhog's Day, time already recognized space, but time doesn't have any recollection of why. So maybe time's memories were eaten or something? I don't know. Maybe the first rotation wasn't our first rotation. All right.
Oh no.
All right. Wait, how can I take it back? Being together with space felt so natural, even her lightest touch could put me at ease, though I still couldn't explain why. We could lay here and admire the stars together and never do anything else. I'd be satisfied just like this. I need to tell her what happened, otherwise they'll just turn out the same. Space, listen to me. I came from a future where you and all of your stars were taken away by someone called Nil. I'm here to try to save you from that fate. I want you to know that.
Why didn't you say so earlier?
I don't know. I didn't want to frighten you.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I let myself get taken away.
It's not your fault, Space.
You don't want to be alone either, do you? If you have to feel the same as me, then it must have hurt.
No, Space, because when you get killed, we still have Tiny Titty Goth GF Nil to hang out with. We don't need you. We just want you, okay? It's okay. I'm able to come back to prevent things like this. Please don't cry.
Okay.
I told Space about the other versions of our meeting that I knew of. I told her that Nil... That I knew of. Foreshadowing? I told her that Nil was somehow able to limit my power, trapping me in loops and keeping me from rewinding far enough to stop her whenever she appeared. And Space wanted to help. She said if we worked together, we might have a chance. It was better than trying to fight this monster on my own. Nil seems to only appear when we let our guard down. I tried waiting before, but we fell asleep.
Then we have to make the first move, but what should we do?
I don't know. If I could go back far enough, just enough to know exactly what's going to happen so that I'd be able to fix it, The only way I've been able to learn anything is through seeing you get taken away. I don't want to watch that happen again.
Time. You're working hard, aren't you? I want to help.
Gay. But adorable. Oh my gosh. Her bow that keeps her hair up is it's an hourglass. That's such a nice touch.
I don't want you to feel alone. I'm still here, so I hope I can do something for you.
We stayed like this for a while. She was warm. It felt nice. I considered pausing the universe here in this moment. After all, moving forward could cause something awful to happen again. And it was up to me whether or not to let this path play out. But I knew I didn't have to be afraid, because I wasn't alone. Nil had already shown herself. Come to think of it, Nil looks sad.
Why are you doing this? This is Nil? Why do you look like me? You're the copy. Why won't you stay erased?
Space, run, I'll stop her.
But I don't want to be separated from you.
Now she looks embarrassed that time is hugging her. It's only temporary. I promise I'll be able to find you later, so get out of here.
I don't like this. I don't like this.
In an instant, Nil's body blinked out of existence. She'd slipped through my grasp. And once again, space was gone. Was there nothing I could do? Nil had beaten me no matter what I tried. My attempts to change fate were only hurting space again and again.
Time. Why won't you look at me?
You keep taking space away. Of course I wouldn't want to look at someone who'd do that.
You're crying for her?
I was going to say that space has many facets, speaking in general, as opposed to the game. I wasn't expecting there to be a copy. Yeah, I think space is... I don't know. What if Nil is the space from a past time from when she was erased by another Nil, which was a space from a past time ad nauseum, because clearly this game has no problem with paradoxes. And that's why Nil continuously erases space in order to be with time. Maybe. I don't know. I felt so overwhelmed by hopelessness I'd barely noticed my tears. How strange, I thought, for me to cry so easily. Space was always the one who... And there it was again. The feeling I'd known her for much longer than I possibly could have. I didn't understand these feelings. Ugh.
Aren't you going to reset again?
What's the point if you'll always...
Again?
She said again. Then she remembers the other times that I asked you before. What are you?
I am nil. Emptiness. Void. Whatever you want to call me. Wherever there is something, I want to make it nothing. Does that make sense?
Why would you want to do that? You exist just to take space away?
Space exists to take me away. Why can't you understand? Must I explain it to you? Time, please listen.
Alright, I'll hear you out.
You're still here. You'll really listen to me?
Just say what you want to say.
Fine.
If I know why she's doing this, I'll be able to think of a way to stop her, but there's another feeling in my heart when I look at her. Sympathy? Why?
In the very, very beginning, I was alone. There was only me and the thick, empty, infinite darkness that surrounds us now. At some point I thought, I wanted there to be more than just that. That's when I changed from nothing to something. It was also when you first appeared, Time. From that point on, it felt like we were all there ever was, and all there ever would be. One time and one space and no one else. We had so much fun together, I thought it would last for all eternity. But then my light faded, and you stopped. You stopped, but I was still here. I was still here, but you rewound to be with the light I'd left behind. I waited for the end to come again, thinking maybe I could reach you there. But whenever it came, you would just rewind again to be with another new me, another new space. It made me so jealous. I waited so long for you to finally find me, but how could you? I couldn't cry. I couldn't create any light of my own for you to follow. You found new lights, her stars. You forgot about me.
How could that be true? I don't have any memories like that. There's no way I would forget about space.
But you did, again and again. She always returns to nothing, to me, and you always go back to the beginning. You never stay with me. You always want to stay with space, but not Nil. It's because my darkness isn't as beautiful. You'll always choose her stars over me. I erased everything, all of the universes, and started over with just one for you and me. But space is always there too, and you always go to her.
Is that why I can't remember it? Because you erased the universe that held those memories?
Do you know what all the universes are now? It's you and space together, and I'm alone. That's why I wanted to bring you to the end faster. I even learned how to stop you from rewinding. When I erased her, I could finally reach you, but you only got mad at me. I'd finally said everything right, but you didn't understand anything at all. I was stupidly hoping you would remember everything if you could just see me again. I was so angry when you didn't.
How could I recall memories that were erased? Unless these feelings in my heart.
I still can't stop you from resetting. I can't stop you from doing what's always brought you closer to her. You've been going farther and farther away. I didn't know what to do anymore. I didn't want to have to explain it all to you like this. I wanted you to remember on your own, but I can't take this anymore.
Nil. Even if those memories were erased for me, they still left an impression in my heart. And an impression that love has driven my every action up to this point.
But
you and space are connected. All of my memories with you were with you who space is now. That's how I got it confused.
I don't want to hear that.
Thanks to you, I finally understand what I've been feeling all along. And it's that you are someone who is very precious to me. Even if those feelings were projected onto you, a you who wasn't you anymore. I'm sorry, Nil.
You're so mean. You treated me like I was the bad one.
I was the one who messed up from the start. Can you ever forgive me?
All I wanted was to be at your side again, and you forgot about me. I won't forgive you so easily.
That's fine. I'll work hard to make it all up to you. After all, we have all the time in the world.
Good. You have all of eternity to do just that. Just the two of us.
Just the two of us, huh? It's fine like this. Yeah, just the two of us.
I'm so happy I've waited for you this for so long.
Rewind. Yeah, we're probably going to. I know, sorry to keep you waiting. Aw. Nil and I spend all of eternity together, just like she said. Alone together in the darkness, without space's light. I felt like I'd left something behind, but being together with Nil, with my true space, that was all that mattered. I had a lot to make up for. Reset. Abandon the timeline. Restart. If I erase my memories, I could start over. I could do something different.
No, don't leave me. Please don't leave me again. I finally have you. I don't want to go back to before.
You won't remember. It'll be as if none of this ever happened.
Please, time. Please stay with me.
This is the only way to reach space. I could reset things back to right after I lost the third space. Do it. I needed to find space right away. As I made my way toward her, I felt relieved to see her comforting light in the distance.
Oh, someone's here.
I want to save you. Space, listen carefully. Someone called Nil is going to come and take you and all of your beautiful stars away. Huh?
Huh?
Please trust me. My name is Time, and I came from a future where that's what always happens in the end.
I don't understand.
I know it's a lot to take in. I want to protect you. I don't want Nil to take you away.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I let myself get taken away.
It's not your fault, Space.
You don't want to be all alone either, do you? If you feel the same as me, then it must have hurt.
It's okay. I'm able to come back to prevent things like this. Please don't cry.
Okay.
Let's fast forward. It hadn't changed anything before, but I wanted to try it again anyway. Nil seems to only appear when we let our guard down. I tried waiting before, but we fell asleep.
We have to make the first move, but what should we do?
I don't know if I could go back far enough, just enough to know exactly what's going to happen so that I'd be able to fix it. The only way I've been able to learn anything is through seeing you get taken away. I don't want to watch that happen again.
Time. You're working hard, aren't you? I want to help.
I have a feeling there's a way to end this so that it felt as nice as I remembered. Warm, comfortable, safe. So that all three of us can survive. I expected Nil to show up again soon. I had to be careful going forward from here. These might be my last memories of Space in this version of our universe. Space, there's something I want to say.
What is it?
I really like you. Yes! Finally, a delicious fucking confession. This may be a little sudden, but I like you a lot.
I feel the same.
Even if we only just met?
Even if we only just met, because...
Because...
You really wanted to stay with me, didn't you? Even if you had to try over and over. You've always come to find me to make sure I wasn't lonely, isn't that right?
Don't make me sound so selfless. I didn't want to feel lonely either. But really, I just wanted to be here with you. I don't want either of us to be left all alone.
The thought that we've met like this again and again is enough to make me never feel lonely again. Thank you, Time.
Space just rips off a mask and is secretly Nil. I mean, that's essentially what happens. Oh, I'm crying again. How could hearing those words make me so happy? I have no right to hear them yet. I haven't done anything to protect you yet. I've only failed you over and over.
You're trying your best. That's what it feels like to me.
How can you know that? How do you know everything I've told you isn't a lie?
Because you say it so honestly. I can feel our connection in my heart. So even if I don't remember our other meetings, even if I don't completely understand all of this, I still think you're someone very precious to me, Time.
Space. Can I kiss you? Yes! Yes! Please say no if you don't want to, but is it okay if I kiss you? If I can't have time, nobody will. See, here's the fun thing. I chose this path of can I kiss you purely because I know for a no that they're both gonna close their eyes, and then right before the kiss happens, Nil's gonna steal space.
I'm so happy you asked.
Aw, they kissed. Where is Nil when I need her to end the gay? No, we both know I love the gay. Her warmth was unlike anything I'd ever experienced. In that moment, the stars around us grew brighter and brighter, washing out the darkness of the void until the whole cosmos was bathed in her light. And we were at the center of it all.
I won't forgive you. I won't. This is Nil? Why do you look like me? I have to erase you. There's no other choice.
No, I won't let you touch her.
You're hurting time. Please go away.
She's hesitating.
I'm hurting time? She's the one who... I don't want you to make time sad anymore. I think you should leave us alone.
She really left.
Did I do it? You won't have to resist anymore now, will you?
It's a mutual hurting sort of thing. You know. Typical BDSM relationship. I hurt you physically, you hurt me emotionally. Wait, that's not how that's supposed to work? Damn, I've been doing this all wrong. I think so. I think you're safe now. But why would Nil suddenly stop like that? Can it really end like this? No, it can't. I can't leave things like this. I need answers. I'm going after her.
Really? If that's how you feel, then I'll come with you.
No, I think I should go alone. I'll come back for you, so don't worry, okay?
Okay, I trust you, Time. Please come back soon.
I will. I had to travel quite a ways to reach somewhere space's light didn't touch. I knew I would find Nil somewhere out here in the darkness. And eventually I did.
Time? Why did you follow me?
I want to know what made you hesitate before. I want to know why you've been doing all this. We've met before, haven't we?
That's right.
Will you tell me your story?
If I must.
We already know this.
Why did you kiss her instead? How could you betray me?
I'm sorry, I love both of you, that's why.
I know it doesn't feel like it to you, but we'd always been together. Compared to me, you barely know her. How can you even try to put us on the same level? That hurts so much. Did all of our memories together mean nothing?
She was hopeful for a quick second. That's not it at all.
Huh?
Even if those memories were erased for me, they still left an impression on my heart, and that impression, that love has driven my every action up to this point.
But...
Okay, skipping to the next part. It's because I listened to Space's feelings that I understand what I'm feeling right now, and it's that you are someone who is very precious to me. Stay at Space during the day and Nil at night. Problem solved. Even if those feelings were projected onto a you who wasn't you anymore. I'm sorry, Nil. Just the two of us, huh? I have to go back. I'm sorry, Nil. I promised Space I would go back to her.
No. Why? Am I not enough for you?
Staying here would mean I'm forgetting a part of you again, and I don't want that. I'm not going to leave any part of you all alone. Do you understand?
I do understand, but I still don't like it.
What can I do in order for you to accept this, then?
If you're really serious, return to the beginning. I want to start over with you. But instead of looking for Space first, you have to find me instead, okay? Do you promise you'll come to me first?
I promise. Yes, I promise to come and find you.
Good. It's a promise.
Time knows how to ease the ladies into it. This threesome ain't gonna this twin threesome ain't gonna fly unless both the girls are down. I gotta get both the girls down. Otherwise, this is never gonna work. Also, do you call a threesome with nothing but ladies a clam bake? Because that would be a great name for it. Or is that an orgy with nothing but ladies? I'll have to give this some more thought. Alright, Nil. I'll see you again soon. I guess this is as good as mine. Come on, Cyber. I expect more knowledge of girly girlness from you. Even though I'm probably equally girly. He says in his big, deep, manly voice.
But I'm a pretty princess.
Darkness and nothing in all directions. Nil was somewhere out here in this emptiness. She'd been waiting for me all along.
You found me.
I promised I would. Toss me some twins and I'll get the answer for you. That's the spirit.
You also promised we'd never be apart. And you promised I was the only one you'd ever love. And you promised...
Hold on, you're talking about a version of me who's not around anymore. I personally haven't promised you anything like that.
Forgetting about it is no excuse. I'm still holding you to everything you've said in the past.
You're pretty strict.
This is your punishment for everything you put me through.
Aw. Fine, as long as you don't start making things up to get me to do whatever you want.
I'll be fair.
Are you ready to meet Space?
No, she isn't going to like me.
She won't remember what you did before, and if we told her, I think she'd understand how you felt. Clearly Time doesn't understand women if she thought that was strict. What's wrong? You really don't want to meet her?
It's not that. It's just... Do we have to go right away? I still haven't forgiven you yet.
So that's how it is.
Maybe if you gave me a kiss, perhaps I'd forgive you a little bit.
You're really cute. Oh, that's interesting.
I know.
Aww. We'd fallen right back into a place as if I'd never been gone. Her touch felt so familiar. How could I have ever forgotten it? We must have had a million of these kinds of encounters before. Why else would it have felt so natural? Every moment like this that was lost to me, I'd have to make new memories to replace them, one by one.
Oh, these stars.
Hmm?
They don't feel lonely. Their light feels happy. Oh, someone's here.
Cute. I love it. Nothing like the harem ending to get your blood pumping. Super fun game.